Who am I? Who are you? Do you know who you really are? Have you ever sat down, thought about different things of what makes you who you are, try to figure out what you are, understand you have denied who you are in the past, and try to manifest what you think you want to become based on who you are? Because to me, that seems like the direction I'm going anyway. Trying to understand who I am, who I want to become, and doing the best I can in creating what I want to become based on who I am. And there's always going to be difficulties along the way. There's always going to be obstacles, and we have to go through them. And we find something out for the first time in what we want or who we think we are. And as we first try something new, we ultimately will most likely fail, but it really isn't a fail. It just means that in the first try we do something, it's going to be difficult. And each time you try and do something, it's going to get easier and easier as we move forward. So now I'm trying to figure out who I am. So who am I? Well, my name is Derek, and I live in the Toronto area in Canada. So I look at myself, and from what you have seen of me on YouTube, obviously I've been talking about this new age in 2012 that is coming in, the shift from fear to love. Of course, there's been my economic news and my technical analysis information that I have talked about. And you've probably seen recently some of my sports picks, or even a long time ago, if you were watching me back in 2007, my old deleted videos that I started doing with then. So, trying to figure out exactly who I am, and I am a math person in the sense that I like to calculate and analyze data in the sense that, well, it's basically the time in which the Mayan calendar works is where my current love as far as analyzing is, and chart analysis of technical analysis and the numbers that it works with. That is where it is now. I mean, it's going to change. Everything is always changing, and maybe that's all about the law of perpetual transmutation, where everything is always constantly changing. Nothing stays the same. Nothing stays idle. So maybe that's what it's all about. But I was big in accounting before. That's where I got my college degree, was in accounting. And I did my work in that. I did not find that enjoyable at all. Although I could easily do it. But it was not enjoyable. So it seems as if I was trying to find out at the time who I was. And yes, I was the analytical, mathematical person, but it wasn't for accounting data. It wasn't for assets and liabilities. It wasn't for net income and calculating operating expenses, although it's pretty easy to do, for me at least, because as far as the polarity, that's who I am. I'm the kind of person that likes to look at this type of math data. That's why when I look at, say, money, I look at that as far as an analytical level. When I was making sports bets, I was looking at the math, I was looking at the percentages, and I was doing calculations based on that. So that's probably who I am. I use the whole mathematical equation. Now I gotta figure out where I want to mathematically use it. It seems as if right now it is with the Mayan calendar math and how we calculate time, along with, of course, stocks. And for a while I stopped doing these stock videos and thought I was only going to do the economic videos based on one subject. But then is that denying who I am? And I even thought maybe do 2 accounts, but that really won't work right now. Because right now the problem with doing that is I have registered as a YouTube partner. The main reason for that was to get over 10 minutes on the videos. I was quite sick of having 2-3 part videos and also cutting videos to 10 minutes because I would look at the time. Right now I'm over 5 minutes and I'd be like, oh, I only got 5 minutes left. I gotta try to cram this stuff in and out, and I would rather not do that. So it looks to me as if it seems best to do one account. So whether you like my video for stocks, then you can watch my stock videos and not watch the others if you wish. If you like them all, then that's great. I'm sure there's not many who watches all my videos. But if there is, thank you, I guess. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing because I do quite a bit of videos, but heck, there's people who do 5, 6, 7 videos a day, and whether I'll get there, I don't know, because I don't know who I am yet or who I'm going to become. As I move forward each step, you try to start to find more things in who you are. I mean, in 1993-ish or so, when I was getting out of high school, I always wanted to move to Toronto, Ontario, and like work for a company like Coca-Cola as like a director of marketing. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be this marketing person. Then I found out in 1995 that really wasn't who I was. And now I'm deciding then, do I want to do computers or do I want to do accounting? And I was out weighing those two and I finally did accounting, obviously. Then I decided maybe I want to do computer programming. And once again, that didn't work out despite the fact that I was a computer programming whiz at the age of like 11 with Commodore 64 basic computer programming language. So you start to find out who you are, who you want to become, and it's an ongoing process. You keep denying who you are in the past, you realize, yeah, I denied that. Do I still want to deny that? And you keep figuring these things out. I want to do the best I can to stop denying the fact of who I am and move towards the higher frequency of who I want to become. And that's exactly it. I mean, if there's some stuff about me in which I think, oh, these people won't like this, or they'll think that this is no good or disgusting, or this is blah, blah, blah. You know what? That's what they think. It's all about what I think and what I know and what I want, and creating what I think it is on who I am here to create. That seems to be the goal, I guess you could see, in which I want to do. Right now it seems as if I want to find out more about the shift in consciousness and share what I know. Obviously, it seems like I have this interest in the economy of the stock market, and once again, I want to share that with the people on here. Now, things are going to change, and especially based on the Mayan calendar and how things change, gets even quicker and quicker. Things could change even faster, so I'm not going to tell you this is what March and April is going to be like on YouTube, because I don't know what it's going to be like. I'm just going to go with the flow and keep going with the flow as I try to understand it is exactly who I am and who I want to become. So now that I say this, who are you? And who do you want to become? Have you ever thought about stuff in which you've denied yourself in the past, and what you can do to stop denying yourself and accepting yourself for who you are? And just even that, just say to yourself, I accept me, helps. Just even saying I accept me a few times a day could even help. So I hope this helps. Remember to feel the love, accept the love, and share the love, and have yourself a magnificent day, everybody. Bye-bye.